Hi everyone, welcome back to the game. OBS got fixed. Everyone, say thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
No problem.
When last we left off, prisoner 301 is kind of staring down the group expectantly.
Look out of
Oh.
waves.
You said it was a young man?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. We're good.
Young man. Oh, I
He's
think
waving.
he wants us to come to him.
Oh, great.
Hi, one.
Ripple walk.
Well, we got to
over.
go upstairs.
Nope, you guys are there in the
Okay.
area.
Yeah.
So we just
He just
walk
lives
across
on
him.
level 2.
We'll walk over.
What's poppin'?
What's up, one?
Hey, how did it go? Go ahead and take a seat. I saved you guys some strawberries.
Oh, fuck yes.
Hell yeah.
What do I owe you for this? Oh my god.
Well,
Look, I
if
was taking small bites of the strawberry.
if we're just starting off with that, how are you guys? So how was the court stuff going on? Riptide. Sitting on the table, just a little bit further down, is prisoner 304, the handsome, older, middle-aged Cholton man that Surf kept the charges of assault against.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting and talking across from a younger-looking elven man, and you can see them adjusting and fidgeting with their face and their clothes, and you don't quite know what they're saying, but you know enough that they aren't just fidgeting with their clothes.
Mm-hmm. He'll be looking in that direction while eating a strawberry, I guess, trying to figure out the mannerisms and just trying to catch like key notes of like basically trying to figure out the cipher of which eyebrow equals a vowel kind of shit.
Right. Okay.
So, obviously, we had our trial pushed back until tomorrow, given the current events happening today. Neverwinter's trying to step in now to extend our trial date, but Archie's going to be arguing for us, so we'll see how that goes.
Archie?
Our new, what's that? What, 03, what's the title?
Public defender.
That one.
Is Archie the name? Is it long for anything?
A.
Hold.
Long for A. Short for Archibald.
Got it. Cool. Nice. Cool.
Why is he your attorney too?
No, it's his first case, but we're good friends.
Oh, they got a lot of first casers.
Yeah, nobody likes Revel's End. Riptide, go ahead and give me a perception insight check.
Oh, okay, I'll take the +5 over the +7. Oh yeah, he's observant as hell. That's why the observant feat was so close. But he's enjoying that fucking strawberry a lot.
Oh, he's locked in on that strawberry.
He is.
Oh,
But
fuck. I didn't roll portents. It's okay. I shall
Wait.
say that she used them early.
Oh my god, a fucking 1. I just realized it was a natural 1.
Oh, you are that strawberry. Nothing else exists.
So you're not stupid. You clearly know that a second conversation is happening between the two. And as you're eating the strawberry, it dawns on you that they're definitely communicating in some form of thieves' cant. You never even brushed up on Cholton thieves' cant.
Nope.
The wordplay at hand is just, and you see the whatever conversation is happening between the two seems to end when a guard walks by, clearly already like a little bit tipsy, and you see prisoner 304 kind of grab the guard briskly, slam him down in the seat, and go, "Oh, we're gonna pass by without taking shots together? Come on! It's not every day." And the moment passes.
You think I could give a performance in this climate?
Probably.
I would love to see you try.
Rip's gonna shoulder Surf because I'm assuming they're facing like two different directions because he's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
watching them. So he's gonna shoulder into Surf.
What
How's your
Yes.
how's your Cholton sign language?
Um,
Like the other kind.
ugh, um, what is even the chance that Surf knows anything about that? Actually, she's my character. I can say her chance of knowing anything along the lines is really. She was like the face that would like go up and like do the talking while Riptide was doing his bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
So, of the two of them, she's probably like was more likely to be amongst debutantes that might be using like similar stuff potentially, but
Well,
as opposed to like actual thieves can't. Absolutely not.
you actually do not have any languages set on your character sheet.
What the fuck?
Surf is a mute.
Surf is a mute.
Surf doesn't even know common.
Surf doesn't even know common.
Surf.
Um,
Surf got the wrong collar. She got the feeblement collar.
Feeble collar.
She knows common, halfling, and the elemental one.
Primordial.
Primordial, thank you.
You don't really have much of a better shot than Riptide does, but I'll allow you to kind of get an edge in.
Okay. She will certainly attempt. So roll at disadvantage.
Yeah, I think that's more than fair.
He'll as she
12.
way better than me. He'll basically do the twin thing and like direct Surf's eyes to this situation and be like, there's two conversations happening and I can't figure it out.
What do you think? All right, let me look. She will turn around and stare. Like as if to sort of like be checking out the guard. Like, but like looking at Yopal and being like trying to sort of suss what she knows from him more than reading the language itself. What the fuck is he up to?
You're not able to pick up much. And this is more guesswork on your part. But one of the motions that he keeps kind of repeating, you start to notice, is keeping time. He is updating his compatriot on a time. You're not totally sure if it's a countdown or if he's tracking the time that's passing, but time is being kept by prisoner 304.
He's counting. He's keeping track of the time. Or bopping onto a beat in his head.
Okay. Well, at least gives me something.
Anyways, and how's your trial date going? You got any solid, like, moments for that?
Oh, well, prisoner 301 adjusts, and he says, I really missed my boyfriends.
Oh,
So that's been kind of
sweet.
sad. Yeah, but you know, I feel like I can talk to them every day, and so it's not that lonely. And I've been kind of enjoying prison. You know, I've been able to meet a lot of new people, and I have a bunch of friends coming in pretty soon to come see me, so that's exciting.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
if you guys want to meet them, be a part of that.
Sure. I mean, I wouldn't mind. Y'all?
That sounds great.
Sure.
Cool.
Man. Anybody come visit y'all? I'll take that as my answer.
Well, we just found out our mom is on the run now, included next to our father. So, yay!
And
And who knows
yeah,
if
that'll
our
put a
uncles have
damper
heard
on it.
anything.
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't heard about that yet. Before.
Well, I mean, if they're on the run,
Our
good thing.
father, our father essentially announced it the day he was running that he ran.
Just assumed mom was still doing her whatever.
Off to work again.
Man.
Yeah, and I didn't really have anybody before, so who would come visit?
Well, Anne, that's not something that we ever brought up, which is why I asked. But now I know we're all in some kind of straits. So I think it would behoove and be good for us to, I don't know, interact with somebody that does have outside friends.
Sure. That's fine.
Yeah, and I've got a lot of outside friends that I'm pretty excited for you guys to meet. You know, if you wanted to like help out with that,
Legato squints. But when he looks back, he smiles.
what are you doing with the squinting?
Well, when you say help out with that, what do you mean? That's all I want to know, really.
Nothing. I don't mean anything. He starts swiping at his nose.
Gotcha.
So, you know, just to make conversation, if you guys could call anybody, he looks at Surf. Who would you call? He looks at Surf. Like if you could just get a message out to the world.
Probably. Seems kind of personal.
Sorry I asked. My bad. I guess I read the room wrong.
It's fine. I would call probably one of my exes.
Oh, bold move. Bold move.
Which
Same.
one?
Bold move.
So many to pick from.
You know me.
Yeah, if the, you know, King of Neverwinter to stop sandbagging our case was offline, I probably would also call one of my exes.
Do you think the King of Neverwinter would pick up? Do you think I can hear?
I mean, if we're talking theoreticals.
Who would you call 301?
Well, like I said, I talk to my boyfriends every day, so
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't really need to make a call. I can just do that, but only once a day.
Only once a day. I gotta admit, I do think that is a very handy thing. It's been very helpful in contacting one of my friends as well. But that's mostly because I didn't exactly have access to call every day otherwise. So, a vast improvement.
Who are you calling?
My friends.
Who are your friends?
Who are yours?
My boyfriends, my extended circle. Surf has met my boyfriends before. So we're basically like in-laws at this point.
Surf is going to give him, yeah, of course, and panic in relief. Does she know who this person is?
You tell me. I'm not. It's up to you.
Fuck her.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, your boyfriends. It's been so long. Like, are they still like using the same names, pronouns?
Yep. Color coded and everything.
Oh,
And
yeah,
he
of
like
course.
full body winces. And you see him kind of adjust his jumpsuit.
Sorry. Yeah. Those guys. I remember now.
Which color is he?
Red.
Ah,
Journey red? No.
yeah, Journey Red.
Green.
No, Journey Green, something blue.
Blue
Adventure Red?
Hustle. Adventure red.
Blue-
Thank you.
Adventure Red.
All right.
I also have an extended circle that I call that I try to call every day if possible.
Who's that?
People I love.
How are you calling them? On the prison phones and like nothing else?
I don't really have any other methods currently.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's only one method.
For me, at least.
Yeah. For all of us.
Yeah, for all
Really.
of us.
Mm.
Prison mandated sort of thing.
Yep.
Hey, you're really bad at small talk.
What's 304 doing since there's a lull?
304 is now at a different table, playing dice against a bunch of guards. And you've haven't been around 304 as much of the other two have because you're on different like levels. But you know enough to know that whatever this guy is doing is not at all how this guy usually works. He's laughing, talking, Prisoner 301 is terrible at small talk. Prisoner 304 right now is putting on a kind of charm that not even your dad and mom can muster. Um,
It just
Built
feels
to steez.
unnatural, but in a successful way.
it's only unnatural because you know him. It seems perfectly just like a perfectly charming and exuberant guy who is also making them take a shot every time they lose a round of dice.
Oh.
Fuck. Hey, 301.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what 304's been up to?
Nope. He doesn't like talking to me. It seems like he kind of keeps it in the family. So yeah, I try to link in. He didn't really like me.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
That's hard to believe.
He's so like you wouldn't know like yeah, that makes sense actually. Never mind because
Yeah. Me and my people have been doing our own thing. Him and his people have been doing their own thing. But uh, so
He seems pretty chatty today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad for it. He seems so shut off all the other times.
It's not normal.
Mm-hmm. Hey, does Surf know where her familiar is? Like, was she able to like have that with her?
your familiar is I think like with you at all times. It's an emotional support animal. But your familiar is outfitted with its own like anti-magic collar.
It's got a tiny, the
Um,
ittiest, bittiest anti-magic collar.
and I think like has its wings. I don't think it's anything like the wings haven't been cut or whatever, but I do think there is like a book clip keeping the wings together to keep it from flying.
It has a little thunder shirt.
Yeah, fuck.
Little compression shirt on the baby.
She has a little compression shirt. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this entire time, like I think while this has all been happening, Surf has kind of been letting Sir Eli sort of just like wander around, do her own thing. But as the conversation continues, she kind of like leans down, sort of like picks her up like a floppy cat, and puts her over her shoulder, and says, "Hey, when was the last time any of you guys like went through your stuff in your like rooms and like made sure like you kept like your personal belongings like where you wanted them to be?"
Well, I only came in with a locket, so all my other supplies that I have are down at the various like clubs that I go to for my events. So the only thing I really came in with was a little locket.
Yeah. Okay.
All of your stuff, to be clear, has been taken. You guys are not afforded a lot of personal belongings.
Is Rip's sorry, I should say, is Kobold's dragon scale with Rip right now, or is it part of like in taken from him?
I would say I think that's a point of contention. I think that there have been with previous public defenders, they've been allowed to successfully argue he can have it, and then other public defenders haven't. So go ahead and roll me a d20 to see if Archibald was able to argue you could have it.
Good
What
luck,
is
Archie.
going on? This is bullshit.
Oh my
Um,
god.
Rip.
so
That's
what
two in a row.
happened
Literally.
is Archibald went up that morning and said that by all accounts you should be able to have a personal belonging. It's non-magical. Look, Surf got to have one. And then the warden pulled up a dingy video of your uncle like killing a dragon, and that ended the conversation right there. It's in evidence right now, dude.
He's gonna glare at the familiar for a minute because it's right next to him, and then he's gonna go back to. He's gonna start watching everybody now that 304 is getting really chatty, and he feels something's not right. He's gonna start like looking for other signals of like a plan.
Surf would, seeing that her brother is still trying to like sort of figure out what's going on, leans over and says, "There's either going to be a riot or a breakout. I'm not sure which yet."
No, that's what I'm seeing, feeling too, especially because they're all drinking.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
oh,
collars
what?
vibrate, and
He
inside of your
tenses.
heads,
Ooh.
you hear the warden's voice say, prisoners, please come up to my private office. Immediate, effective, right now.
God.
Is it all four of us?
Yes.
He looks at everybody and goes, "You guys too?"
Legato's ears like fold back, and he's like, "Yeah."
Another textbook case of being ostracized for something I didn't do.
Great.
That's what I get for fucking saying anything.
I was just about to go do a little song and dance, and yet here we go.
Maybe the warden wants to see your song and dance alone. I don't know.
No, she.
Prisoner 301 looks worried now, and he says, what happened?
Oh,
I think I said the magic words.
Cool. Well, maybe, you know what, I'm just gonna come out and say it, Riptide, Legato, when you guys are done, you should come see me in the showers.
Legato puts a hand on his chest. He's like, "I won."
I've been beating around the bush for 3 months. I think one, both of you, doesn't matter. All the same to me.
Now, what about your boyfriends?
What happens in prison stays in prison.
I don't think that's how that works. But is okay, so this is out of character because Legato wouldn't know. But is the motion he's doing the same as the motion that Yopal was doing, or is it like different because Yopal's was in Chilton Sign Language
Um,
or Chilton Thieves can't?
Different because Yopal was more like playing with his earlobe, rubbing his chin, but Adventure Reb keeps flicking his nose.
What time should we go about doing so?
I'm just gonna head into the showers right now. So, just, if you guys don't take too long, but, I'm just gonna take a really long shower. So it's gonna be really nice to.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We'll let
Legato's gonna turn to the twins and then say in Primordial, "What the fuck is going on?"
Have fun, I guess.
What? That guy? Are you that guy? Really?
I mean, I got
Legato's
the
gonna
vibe.
stand and like just motion and something. What languages does Anne speak?
Common and Sylvan.
It would have been
Oh,
Oh,
hilarious
joy.
if you said primordial. That would have been
Just
so
slap primordial
great.
on there. We
Nah.
can all have our.
We
So
give her primordial lessons.
Right?
he's gonna walk alongside Anne, and he is going to relay in like hushed tones. So everything he was saying, I know, like he had this tone. The tone he was using was very facetious, and he kept doing this little motion, and he like uh so that way he doesn't say it out loud. He lifts her hand up for her and like brushes her finger across her nose like that, but constantly.
I mean, I guess that's why he spoke to you directly instead of me. I guess.
No, yeah, that's why I'm telling you right now.
I'm just saying from Anne's perspective, from my perspective, that was a very strange exchange to listen to.
No, I imagine so, but I can't exactly stop in the middle of that exchange and be like, "Well, Anne, you see," I can't do that.
Fair.
Maybe I gotta figure out a way to like sign into your hand or something.
That's the thing, actually.
No, I know. That's why he's recommending it.
I guess we gotta go.
Yeah, and so you heard the boss lady. We're pretty sure something's being planned, and now we're heading up.
Rip will go, we'll see later. And he'll walk away.
looking forward to it.
And,
Um,
and Primordial goes, I don't care about people, but no.
Bless you.
I can also speak primordial, by the way. I like definitely heard that.
He just puts a thumbs up as they walk into towards the elevator.
Look, I'm sure it'll be a fun shower.
It's in the shower's not the fun part. Like, just it's weird. Like even as a water
Legato's
genasi.
going to gently put a hand on Surf's on Rip's shoulder and go, "It's a shower for coming clean about stuff." So I don't know if that helps.
No, it does. I got into the literal conversation part of him.
I understand. Look, you see this? He moves his paw, across his fur. And there's like static shocks popping up, and he's like, "This ain't conducive to shower."
Sorry, coming clean? Really?
Yes, Anne, coming clean.
Amen.
After you get down and dirty, you gotta come clean.
Yeah, I guess. They make their way.
The hallways that are usually filled with guards rotating through are now filled with throngs of prisoners openly cavorting with guards. You can see a few of the guests around the place also commingling. You see a few of the arbiters just like brazenly talking with guards, asking about the guns situated up top, what's the coolest airship they've seen. As the four of you are passing through, go ahead and just give me like a d20 to see if you hear anything interesting.
A D20.
Eesh.
Okay, something's wrong with my fucking game. That is the third one in a row.
Damn.
Actually, the fourth one.
Oh, it ran twice. Okay, something's not right.
Interesting. Go ahead and give me don't do anything. I'm gonna do something on
Is
my
it
side.
/R1D20?
You can either do /R1D20 or /RD20, and it'll just automatically roll one.
Because
Yeah, 'cause these are low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been
Maybe
all
we
ones.
just all suck.
It been all ones.
No, I mean in
Okay.
general, none of us have really rolled above a 10.
There we go.
Except for now.
Ow, shit.
But I understand that, but that's the thing. It's been 4-1. It's been 3 or 4 ones.
Maybe you just suck at this game, bro.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
Damn.
Oh, wasted.
Wasted.
Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
there we go.
There we go.
The
Okay,
actual fuck.
Okay, can I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna ignore the ones. I'm gonna let you re-roll one more time.
Okay.
We, as the people, give Riptide a singular inspiration
I
because
swear to
Jesus
God,
fuck.
if it's a fucking 1, I'm flipping my table. Thank you.
Okay.
God.
All right. So that is 9, 9, 8, 5.
Yes.
Surf got a 15.
Oh, Surf.
Yeah,
Surf got
that's
15.
nice. So
Mhm.
Anne, Vigato, and Riptide, as the three of you are walking through the halls, you're mostly overhearing like local drama or like boys talk, asking about like a new shipment of weapons. Are they looking forward to the foosball tournament that's going to be happening later in the guard room? Who's sleeping with who? Like everyone's bitching about the deployment. Are we meeting up for whiskey and cigars later? Surf. Something sticks
Yes.
out to you. Some of the boys, so the crew, the guard shift that's stationed up top, keeping an eye out on the air traffic, supposedly they're on high alert for a pirate.
Oh shit.
I'll
What
be
the
right
fuck
back. I
is
have to
one
go to
of
the
those?
bathroom.
What are those doing over here in the butt end of nowhere? Um, the guards seem relatively dismissive. I think you very much get the feeling that, like, if they weren't 2 years over their contract, if a lot of them weren't dealing with, like, the dry, stuffy, hot air, they might be more bothered. But there's just very much this feeling of, like, yeah, it's probably a real threat. No one cares. It's a problem for 10 towns. It's not a problem for them. It's going to be a problem for the arbiters and some of the other esteemed guests when they leave. But, like, once they're on their airships, it's not Revel's End problem.
Mhm. It's apparently talk of a pirate in the area.
On what
Right?
seas?
I guess
know.
airships are a thing.
Oh,
Sure.
that's right.
Yeah, but like,
Airships sound
what pirate can
horrifying.
afford a fucking airship, right?
What? But also for what purpose? It's not like there's grand air shipping lanes in 10 towns or anything.
Hey,
Was it like a general pirate attack, or is it like centralized here?
hey guys, I think we should hurry up and get us battened down, or get up to the wardens, one of the two.
Oh, I mean, yeah, I'm power walking.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Surf will say in primordial, as hush of a whisper as possible. It's like hopefully not set off the collars again. Is 100% a prison break. This is Jabal's getting the fuck out of here. We need to be on that ship.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Go
Notice
ahead
how-
and roll stealth.
Just the sound of like waves crashing
Yeah.
in Anne's ears.
Yeah, 7.
And sitting there listening to ASMR as we sit there and talk.
I did like the sketch of Anne and Legato, and I guess Riptide. So I'll give you an inspiration. If you use it here,
Yay!
that's up to you. But
He's ripping ass.
Wow.
Actually, I'm going to use one of my luckies.
ooh,
Oh, okay, Slay.
I will re-roll.
Do it. There we
18.
go.
Ooh.
uh, when it meets the DC, it's a reroll, right?
If it meets it, beats it.
If it's a contested roll, sorry.
Person defending always gets it, from my understanding. But I don't know how that would work here. I guess it's however you want to do it, Fish.
I would say if Surf is defending, then she would get it. But if the other person is the one that's defending, they get it.
Let's just reroll.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Can I use a lucky on the reroll if need be?
If it says you can.
It is like. I will double check the rules. 12.
Hey, yeah, whenever you make an attack roll, you can choose to spend one of your luck points after you roll the die, but before the outcome is determined. I'm gonna say technically the outcome was determined, which is it was a meet. So I think
So
in this specific circumstance, I would say no.
Gotcha. As opposed to it being like a new roll.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay, well then 12.
Okay. As far as you know, nothing happens.
Phew. Maybe.
Surf? Surf?
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
learn how to be more discerning, a little bit more creative.
I try. Unfortunately, the cold does not help me think very well.
Oh no, I completely understand. Legato says, sitting there with his normal ass jumpsuit while they're wearing like thick padded ones.
Yeah, like of the people, like of like the prison outfits they are like allowed to get, Surf is like so bundled up.
She's a little princess.
She is a little princess.
You're brought into the warden's office. The warden's office, as opposed to the warden room, is a combination bedroom office space. One, it's carpeted. Two, Luskin heaters. There's a humidifier that's
Damn.
giving this like pleasant frankincense, essential oil smell. Gilded chairs. A lot of
So
fucking
she's
money
living
on this room.
luxury.
Yeah. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah, no, there's like a bed with a canopy. It's still like a
Damn.
single person bed, but it has a canopy. That shit rocks.
Absolutely it does.
And in the 20 minutes since you've last seen the warden, it seems that she's also somehow managed to get plastered. And you can see her digging her nails into her desk, except for Anne. And she says, "Come, take a seat. Take a seat."
Legato
Um,
sits.
Rip is gonna take a side glance at Surf and just nod his head with a like agreeing to what she said.
Surf will sit.
So it's coming to my attention that you guys may have information that you want to share with me. Because, you know, if something happens in this prison that the four of you were aware of, or at least one of you are aware of, it, I think, would be better for all of us if I was able to get ahead of it.
Oh, you mean... Well, I'm sorry, Miss Warden. It was just... You know, having fun, making jokes.
Well, you did say that the guards were gossiping, Serve.
Yeah, but that was different, though.
Well, yeah, but I don't really think that it's something that would really. I, I I don't know. Do you think the warden would want to know? Doesn't really seem in her wheelhouse.
Miss Warden, do you know that there's that the guards are gossiping about a pirate ship being in the area? Can you believe that?
Yes, because there is a pirate ship in the area. I'm informed of everything that happens here. So what is it about breakouts that's funny to you?
Just that someone would think they can break out of Revel's End. I mean, come on.
Or to be fair, you do keep a very tight ship. And I
Mhm.
understand that when prisoners start talking about, joking about breaking out under such intense scrutiny, it can lead you to believe that your power is being undermined. But I assure you that these kind of jokes are just happening on a day where everyone feels a little bit more loosey-goosey, a little bit more free to make those jokes. And after today, you'll be back to running the same ship that you always do.
Mhm.
See, the thing about that is I've got my ears just about everywhere, and nobody else is making those jokes except you all. Coming
I-
after several of my guards have been already put to bed by prisoner, whatever his fucking prisoner 251. How could I forget? Prisoner 251 already put a bunch of them on bed rest. So, is there anything that you want to share with me?
Other than I'm a little worried about how much your guards are drinking.
That's certainly a worry.
Deep concern for my safety.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll pass down that some of the prisoners were worried about how much they're drinking.
Mhm.
And I'll put a stop to that.
Thank you for looking out for us, Warden. It's always appreciated.
Is that a formal complaint you'd like to lodge?
No, it doesn't have to be formal. Just, something we noticed. You don't have to get through all the paperwork.
Like I said, it's Loosey Goosey Day.
Exactly. Special days. Not every day a former
War
Razasi
criminal?
gets executed.
I don't think you can be a former war criminal. I think that shit sticks to you like glue.
Hence why we're executing him for crimes committed before sliced bread.
Before sliced bread.
Before sliced bread.
That's impressive.
Impressive.
So I feel like this, yeah, we'll keep it above board. No paperwork. Who wants to do paperwork right now?
Exactly.
Just,
Have a nice day. Have fun.
course. I'll see you at the trial tomorrow, unless something happens.
Mm-hmm. Just in case the trial happens.
I'm about to go have a great time.
In
Mhm.
case,
Well, that's supposed to be delayed again, isn't it?
Not as far as I know. It seems negotiations between Archibald and Arbiter of Roshan are going well.
Oh,
Oh, that's
seriously?
great.
Shit, I might
Well,
actually have to do my hair.
it's a little hard to argue with King Coryllis not having made any public appearances in 3 years.
Yeah, it has been.
It's been that long?
Yeah. Have you ever gotten like it placed on bets whether or not like he's even alive anymore?
I bet they're puppeteering him.
Oh, of course they're puppeteering him. That's a
I think
given.
it would be good to maintain some decorum about a
Yes.
monarch passing. He is my king, after all.
Yes,
Corollas
yes,
in
yes,
a
I
box.
apologize.
But puppeteering him is also very unlikely. He has a son, so
Oh.
Yeah, no point to.
All right. Well, thank you all for breaking from the festivities and coming to meet me. Would you all like a caramel?
Can I say? Can I like take it and save it for later?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
You can just have a caramel or not.
no. I'm good.
Sure, fine. Or, sorry, that came out meaner than I meant. Yes, I would love one, thank you. And Surf will take one. And eat it.
It's a caramel toffee. Roll 12d6 acid. No, it's just a toffee.
Roll
I'm
12d6
actually
poison
resistant to
damage.
acid damage.
It's like when you take one of your medicine without drinking water and you feel it and you're like, "Ugh."
Oh my god, it's the worst.
You'd like to gamble, Surf?
Hmm?
You like to gamble.
Well, my family is very tied to the Church of Tamora.
I hope Tamora's with you tomorrow after gambling on that not guilty. You can see yourself out.
Of course.
Also, Warden, might I say your decoration is impeccable.
Thank you. I told the guys, opulence.
And they nailed it.
You know,
Opulence, it's tasteful though.
if thank you. If I'm building this with Golden Vault money, I want to live like I'm in the Golden Vault. You know. Thank you. Thank you for
Absolutely,
recognizing.
absolutely.
This is wood. This is a wooden desk, finely carved. Do you know where I got it from? You want to know where I got it from?
Where'd you get it from? The Dales?
Faye. That's right.
From Faye.
Straight from
Oh
Faye?
yeah.
And it wasn't
Straight from
cursed.
Faye. Nope.
what kind of wood is it made out of?
Wouldn't you like to know, Druid girl? Can't you sense it?
Oh, yeah. Let me just observe the ring patterns for a moment. No. It's dead.
Also, I was gonna say it's dead. I don't think she can talk to it.
Nah. Okay. Yeah. No.
Can Rib see? Is she like without doing really anything? Is she just getting drunker? Like getting inebriated
We
by the
can
second
smell it, like,
thing, or
coming
is
off of
it
her.
like just the same level? She's just going up and down on her own like
Go
personality.
ahead and give me an insight check with advantage.
Ooh.
16. Hey, and there's a 1 in there. There's a fucking 1 in there.
They're haunting you.
This is bullshit. I'm gonna start using real dice. Fuck this. No, I'm kidding.
With the 16, studying her, she is like drunk. You can see whiskey, like an open glass of wine, other things like that. The thing that sticks out to you is she isn't drunk so much as she seems to be. Every other sentence, she seems to be wincing. There's just this kind of like tick that with every other sentence or some of the words that you guys say just seem to like kind of trigger something in her. She doesn't seem like herself.
Is he with I guess with that he's not really seeing which words are triggering, like which words are making her tick?
I mean, I would say it's kind of like the words that get into like her power, her hold. She seemed kind of tipped badly, or her opinion of Legato seems to like oscillate, where one part of her seemed really into how much he gassed her up, and the other part of her was like almost hateful.
How do I interpret that?
With the 16, I will allow you one more question about what's going on with her.
Does she? Man, I don't know what to. I have. Does she
Uh,
feel like she's holding on to guilt?
Ooh. Ooh.
That's a good ass question.
Get in those character narratives. Sheesh.
Okay. You know what? I think this is a great time to bring up one of the house rules we have, which is I don't give out inspiration. When your
Luckily, we
teammates
do.
do something nice, you guys can. I think
Gassing
that
you up,
was
Mark. Get one.
I think that was a really nice question.
That was.
That
So-
was
Mark should
we
get an
unanimously
inspiration for
agree.
that.
I
Mark should get
agree.
inspiration for that.
Mark, go ahead and ding that you have an inspiration. I
Thank
really
you.
enjoyed that. Damn, for that, I'm going to give you 2 answers. The part of her that's arrogant has shame. The part of her that's hateful has guilt.
Hmm.
So she's having guilt about the amount of power she has. Is how I'm reading it.
Maybe.
I think that's a nice interpretation. Damn. Fuck yeah.
All right. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your night, Warden. I
yeah.
meant to ask, what time is the, execution?
I don't know. I'm going to be asleep for it. Like in 6 hours. Dawn,
Okay.
sunrise, sunset. Yes. Well, sunset. Sunset.
Oh, that's right. We don't know we don't know what the time is.
Yeah, because the sun hasn't been here for a while. Because just
3 years.
Yep.
Rip's gonna speak up and go. You said you're not gonna be there. You don't want to oversee the control of taking care of the situation, since it is your prison.
This might surprise you. I don't like watching people die.
Just spending the money to be there. Okay.
I think we should go.
Mhm.
Once again, thank you for your time, Warden. Sorry
for
to
having us,
bother
Warden.
or concern you.
No problem. Just gotta keep, like you said, a tight ship. All of this drinking. I think it's good to let my guards hang out loose.
Go loosey
You
goosey with
deserve it.
it.
Doors. Bye.
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 Right?
We walk out.
What was her deal? Sorry, Warden. No offense. She says to the caller.
Anyways, I'm about to go take the best shower I think I'm ever gonna take.
Oh yeah, we have to go and talk.
Anne, you want to come with?
Have fun. Wear condoms.
Hmm.
I guess.
Well, come take a shower.
What about you, Surf?
Shower?
You want to take a shower?
With my brother right there.
Yeah. I mean,
Also,
sure,
Cha-
you guys have had to taking baths together.
Well, yes, the
I
warden
mean, sure,
did
it was
think
when you
we
were
were.
small, but
The warden did think we were a couple. I don't get it.
To be fair, also, sure, when we were younger, I don't need this. But puberty. And Surf, like, grabs at her boobs. It's like, come on. No.
all right. But I think you're gonna be missing out.
I'll.
Surf is just looking dumbfounded at Legato. Rip is looking dumbfounded at Legato for a second for saying that. It's like, wait, what?
Anyways, come on, let's go shower.
Yep. I'll fill you in when we get back.
Thanks.
Mm,
I'm gonna see if I can get in the TV room.
okay.
Or the Cressel room, whatever you want to call it.
The shower time.
Surf, you are more than able to get into the TV room. The TV room, compared to the breakfast now slowly turning to lunchroom, is deathly quiet. It is the season finale of a soap opera. One of you roll me a d4.
The one who's watching it
I
should
was
roll
gonna
a
say,
d4.
I was
Oh,
say
yeah,
it should
yeah,
be
yeah.
Surf.
Sure.
Should definitely be Surf.
Actually, no, scratch it. No, don't roll it.
Cool, I fucked up anyways.
You tell me who the like thinly veiled
Ooh.
character, the like
Who this is clearly supposed to be about,
What
Right.
telenovela is happening
but
here?
it's not.
but it's not.
But
It clearly
not.
isn't.
for legal reasons.
For legal reasons. I think it is. Hmm. It is. Is it like the actual like finale, or is this like a rerun? I forget what you said.
Season finale, much awaited. We're Game of Thrones level, much awaited. Not like in the world, but this is the only like fiction that they get
Mm-hmm.
in the
Live
prison.
action
So, like,
series of Break into Infinity.
The I think it is the series finale of fuck, what was it called? On the screen currently is the final dialogue between Thuvanid and
The
Oxamnare.
the answer you're looking for is Draw of the Archer, by the way. That's
Yes, thank you. Of Draw the Archer. And if there is a commercial break, it is said something about like the memorial for Wajanare.
oh fuck. Seated, people are standing up. There's just like a hush, and then of course there's the like duty calls. I have to go die in the jungle. No, but you can't. You have to be my trip. There's like a chorus of like, "Aw,
Mm-hmm.
no," and then like they're about
You're
to
my
kiss.
North Star.
Stop. They're about to kiss. Commercial break. maybe the closest to a riot that you've seen so far. People like jump out of their seats. They're getting fucking mad. There's
Over
a
the
32 DVD set of the best soft rock collection.
Fresh from a
Film.
furnace.
Is this said the Arfane album?
Your faint Christmas album?
I am choosing to believe that he put out some soft rock. I'm choosing to believe this about Cedrin.
Cedrin released the long-awaited prequel to Divorced Dad Rock, Married Dad Rock.
Funny thing is that the being able to play the guitar really well just comes standard with all devil deals.
Yeah, you just learned how to play a string instrument real well.
Mm.
I gotta change that about Malser now.
We cut to the showers. How stripped down is everyone?
Legato has just taken the top part of his jumpsuit down and he's tied the rest of it, tied the sleeves around his waist. Just because Anne can't see doesn't mean that he should just
Rip was coming in here for a shower, and no matter what else is happening, so he's naked.
Hey you.
Anne
Oh,
has
man.
Anne has not removed anything and is like carrying a stool to like sit and listen.
Damn, bringing her own cuck chair.
Yes, she
Anne is putting herself in the cuck chair.
yes.
Coming into the showers, you see that all of these stalls are on and they're on hot. Like when you step out of the like dressing down chambers, you're just like blasted with steam and wet heat. And thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Legato's
shit.
puffing up
Real shit.
in the humidity.
Legato's walking out with like a perm from the heat and the humidity. Coming into the showers, you see that Adventure Red is dressed. He even has the jumpsuit like up to his neck. And he'll see you all and he'll say, "Okay, oh."
Rip.
I wanted to shower. What?
Oh, just do you take after your dad or your mom?
I've never questioned it. My eyes up here.
Well,
Yeah,
your
sorry.
mom doesn't have a dick, so
Adventure Red doesn't
Sorry.
know that.
true. Maybe Tsunami's one very lucky gal.
Well, thank you guys for coming into the shower with me. Unfortunately, Anne, fuck, and the like collar buzz, and there's a voice kind of slurring over says, "Prisoner 301. It is prisoner. Prisoner
303.
303. 303. Thanks." Fizzes out. Sorry. Anyways, but that's great because I have a great opportunity for you guys. Timeshares and Luskin. And he starts talking about a timeshare and Luskin as he gestures to the mirror where Britton is. I have a sending stone. I need Charlin or 50 gold worth of components. Do you know anyone who can help?
I am very fascinated by this opportunity of a timeshare in Luskin, if I do say so myself. I think that if I were to get one, I would personally have to find a got any it's been a hot minute since I've been to Luskin. They got beachfront property, right?
He hasn't even pitched us anything. What is this?
Legato is going to take Anne's hand and then Anne, you're good with like you know what? You're good with figuring it out. And he starts finger spelling what's on the mirror into her palm.
Hold up.
Yeah, I saw that I talked as you.
It's fine. I was confused. I was like, I wrote that down on
I don't know
paper.
how I did that either.
No, my favorite part is like I was questioning if I typed it because I wrote it down on the paper and I'm like, wait, how the fuck did that happen?
Legs, what are you
What's his face? I'm so used to thinking Jaco. Rip will like walk over to the thing and put like do guards have in question mark.
So, beachfront property. Now, you might be thinking, what's up with a beachfront property that all of the waves are frozen 3 out of 4 times of the year? Ice fishing.
I was gonna say I love a good spot of ice fishing. Now I do dig the hole myself with my claws, so I'm kind of into that homemade sword business. I don't use these like drills or whatever.
I love that. Well, if you act fast on this, we can get you set up with the beachfront property tonight.
Man, your
And he'll write
boyfriends
down.
work fast.
Buddy, we've been sitting on this kind of opportunity for a really long time. And you know what? We're tired of waiting and sitting on it. Think about it. Beachfront, Luskin, overviewing some great shipwrecks. History.
I love that. I think. What did he write back?
Guard room, infirmary.
My main concern is like, what's the medical situation like in Luskin? Since it's been a hot minute since I've been, has that Doctors Without Borders situation reached up to Luskin yet?
Go ahead and make me a persuasion or deception, because you're not lying to him, but you're like coding your speech.
All right, let's go. Oh, hold on.
Penny would absolutely be doing a Doctors Without Borders bullshit thing.
Oof.
What'd you get?
11.
You see him squint at you, and then he makes a face. And he'll say, believe it or not, yeah. I've got good intel that Doctors Without Borders has been taking shop and has been, they've been expanding and working in the field for about 3 months now. So, they've been
That's
helping you
amazing.
guys out. And he waits. And he kind of squints, and then he'll stop, and he'll say, but yeah, the medical situation kind of hasn't been better. So
That's great. That's great. Especially considering that, you got me, you got Anne, I think Rip's fine. For the most part. This is so... I have to sit on it. I know that you guys are looking to get rid of it real quick, but I need at least maybe a couple hours of thinking.
Well, we don't really
Uh,
have other buyers, but the mortgage is going to lapse soon, and it looks like this house, the property is going to go on the market. You've, we're kind of looking at a turnaround before dinner. So,
okay. Legato is going to once again like try and sign into Anne's hand. Something to the effect of, "Doesn't the doctor like you?"
Uh, I know everybody thinks that Anne can figure this out,
No, it's fine.
but let's
No,
find
it's
out.
good. Let's
um,
see.
Rip's gonna
I just
just
Come on, man.
Oh my god.
we could talk to my sister. She could probably have an idea of how to get that before dinner. At least talk about it.
And how
yeah.
close to stuff do you gotta get, do you think?
What?
Before you make how close do you have to get to something before you can kind of make a decision?
How close do? I'm not buying a timeshare.
That's fine. Legato like lifts her and pulls her like doesn't quite carry her, but he like guides her over to the mirror and puts her like pretty close to it. How close is this close? How close do you think you gotta get?
What? No, wait.
Oh, also her glasses are probably all fogged
Yes.
No, yeah,
too.
they're all fogged up.
Yeah,
He reaches.
we feel like
He will like wipe her glasses.
I'm capable of that.
Okay, well, just let me know how close you gotta get.
Uh, it gets pretty loud under the showers. So that might be why Anne's having such a hard time with the timeshare opportunities. The showers are loud, and again, they only get louder the closer you get to them. So,
Okay. Uh, Legato is going to try that to get like close to one of the shower heads, and he is going to do his best little whisper and say,
I was gonna say if Rip sees that, he's gonna start filibustering and basically just talking to 301 about
about the
random.
timeshare.
But he's gonna be a little bit louder, and hopefully 301 understands that he's going an octave like louder on purpose.
So
Uh,
what's going? So, they've got a contact. About getting a timeshare out of here. And we either need to come up with the money for it or find the things to get the money for it to work.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going to be stuck here without somewhere to go, like the timeshare.
Okay. I think I am catching your meaning.
And so, we were trying to figure out, because we've got concerns about, with the timeshare, we've got concerns about security as well as the medical situation. Security is a little more dense, hard to get in contact with, but given your proclivities, I thought that you would be able to have an in with the medical situation going on.
My proclivities.
Your disabilities, Anne.
Oh. I was like, I don't do nurse stuff. That's weird.
Sorry, afflictions. That's what I
Got it.
meant.
Got it. Got it. So you want me to requisition some stuff, perhaps to judge up the timeshare.
Yeah, exactly.
Got it.
So what do you
so
think, Anne? You in?
I love the beach, and timeshares.
That's
Love
great.
to hear that. So can I put you guys down as like a strong yes, but not fully into the idea? You know, Riptide asked some phenomenal questions about the amenities and opportunities.
I think we're leaning into it a little bit.
Yeah.
And we'll get back to you about it.
So we're thinking that we would like to feel a little bit better about the timeshare, right?
Before
Yes.
Got it.
before dinner.
Great.
And just before we go any further, I really like to get this situated. Again, an emergency contact for insurance. And he'll point at the mirror and then he'll like scrub it out and he'll write sending stone, anyone you know, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Can Legato put down Yocheved?
That's up to you.
Hmm. The real he puts it down.
Okay. Deep, is there anything you want to pass on?
I think if we're gonna pass on messages to basically get across our interest in timeshare, I would say that everything's gonna be fine.
You can just like go ahead and write on the mirror the like
He does.
25. Okay.
That's what he's writing down. And then underneath, so he writes on the mirror. He writes Fosh Yocheved and then the message there, and then he writes on the mirror, "Is this in confidence?" Question mark.
301 will write strictest. And then kind of make a face and he'll say, but you know, my boyfriends are involved in the process, kind of as a mediator for some of the more legal opportunities.
Did we decide on Cassidy's new last name?
Yes, it is Sylvain.
Baller. He'll write down her name and a message. And I will do those things then.
So I guess we're doing this.
I know a timeshare is a big money sink, but it hopefully will make some good returns.
Hey Rip, can you hold these? And Anne will extend her crutches to Riptide.
He'll take them, giving plenty of space of his body from Anne.
Oh my god. What are you about to do, Jason?
And Anne is
Oh my god.
Anne is going to go ahead and will step into onto the wet surface that has been running in here,
Jesus
and will
Christ. Oh my god.
keel over backwards.
Rip instantly drops the crutches and steps away.
Oh my god.
As soon as she handed over the crutches, I was like, "Oh my god, she's about to!
Oh my
she's
god.
about to do it!"
This is another great opportunity of a house rule.
Jason, that was fucking amazing. You should get inspiration.
Inspiration.
I agree. Jason, mark down that you have an inspiration. See, we're getting there, getting the flow going. Okay, Jesus.
Take the wheel.
Legato says, "I'm good." And oh no!
Help! I've fallen and I can't get up.
Rip will start screaming for any guard. We have a crippled down in the showers! Hurry!
Oh, okay. Hey. Whoa. That was way up here,
Shit.
Rip.
Hey.
I'm trying to make this faster.
Oh.
How close are the showers to the TV room?
I mean, not close at all, but
The twin sense happens and Surf's like, Rip is up to some fuck shit right now.
pretty soon,
That's
guards
how it always feels.
come into the shower, and then I think like one of them slips, and that's like a whole thing now where like more guards are coming in, and then they're like, oh fuck, it's prisoner 305, and then so they have to wait there while they wait for like a lady guard to come in.
Help, I see stars and I never see anything.
Go ahead, roll me deception.
Sure.
Legato and
19.
Huck,
Anne
yes.
has definitely done this before. This is not a new tactic.
You are selling the shit out of this. The lady guard who comes to your aid is like kind of tearing up for you. I mean, she's like, it must have been so scary being in a shower with like all of these guys and you can't see and then you slip.
I walked into the wrong shower. I don't know how I keep doing it.
Legato and Riptide are escorted away. While Anne, a like infirmary stretcher is brought, and Anne is like very publicly carted off towards the infirmary.
I like to think that that when she slipped and fell, Adventure Red just like hid like anywhere he possibly could, and Legato was like, "All right, Rip, we gotta make." He just kind of like he keeps space with Rip, but he like puts his hand on the wall next to Rip's head and just kind of positions themselves like that. So it just looks like Anne slipped and fell.
Rip will understand almost right away and put himself in a position to look like they're flirting and talking in a non-hostile manner, but obviously doing the distance thing to make sure that it's they're keeping an eye on Anne. Mm-hmm.
So what are you guys doing?
After Anne, that was before the scene, and then when Anne gets taken away and they're escorted out, it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
It was basically
Perfect.
to look like it wasn't us after Rip
Got it.
threw the
Right.
crutches.
That you guys. Yeah. Riptide and Legato, you guys are escorted out. You're now out in the open. Surf. The episode ends. Thuvanid
Bullshit ending.
is
They all die?
one of the guards, fully in his cup, is gonna go. Steal a kiss, but then you just fucking leave like that. Who fucking does that?
Right? What the fuck?
And then you die. I really thought they were gonna make it out. I really thought they were gonna make it out.
Like, I get that that's like historically accurate, but come on.
Oh my god. What was up with the blood? That looked real, right?
It did look real.
That
I
was...
wonder if they killed the actress for it.
Oh my god. That is
Like, people
really
have been going
fucked
crazy
up
with Charlotte.
to say. Oh my god.
Yeah, like now that like the whole like death curse is over, people go crazy with the Charlotte, and I swear.
Yeah. Yeah, the death curse baby boom was crazy.
Oh, trust me, I was one of them. Not to make you feel old.
I'm gonna
Immediately feels off.
go get a drink. See you
Have fun.
around.
See ya.
The crowd clears out as the TV switches over to the next program, The Frozen Hearts of 10 Towns. The melodramatic music sweeps in, and
I'm so
You-
excited for this.
are left alone with a probably an older woman than if you had to guess, but her appearance is pretty even. There isn't really anything that no signs of maturity, just like aged in the way elves are.
Mhm.
Uh she isn't like gorgeous, she isn't beautiful, she's pretty. I think pretty is a good word for it. Kind of big brown eyes and a lot of like brown hair,
Mhm.
sleek, curly, and you can see she's in black with the dress buttoned up to the collar, and she's fidgeting with her hands as the like the TV show starts in media res as a half elven woman, you know, is in the middle of a town meeting and she says, "I object." Crowd
Ugh, these
oohs and
again.
ahs. She reveals that she's super pregnant. It's
No.
terrible.
Mhm.
Oof.
Yeesh. Um, she's in a black dress, which means she's not a prisoner.
Yep.
Um, don't they have uh like TV rooms for the guests somewhere?
Are you asking that out loud?
Yes.
She'll turn and look at you. And she'll twist a ring on her finger. And she'll say, no, not ones that have the fiction programs on.
No.
They're currently only playing the documentaries and news.
Yeah, they always play those at uh, like later on in the day for that sort of thing. But it never hurts to. It's fun having the fiction stuff on. Are you a lawyer?
No, I'm a witness.
No. For she points towards the party, like the big one. Oh, for me?
For your child tomorrow.
Oh. I'm should we be talking?
No, but I'm glad to catch you. I was hoping to catch one of your other friends. But the woman will stand. Are you sitting or standing?
Surf was sitting.
And she'll walk over to your seat and kind of kneel down and place a hand on your shoulder. And she will take a napkin from in between the. No, I think what she does is she unbuttons the collar of her dress and pulls it, and written across in like smeared lipstick is hang on until tomorrow, don't do anything.
Very wide eyes upon unbuttonings. And she'll say, "Oh, um, and what? Well, uh, she nods, and will say, so what am I legally allowed to ask what you witnessed?"
No. And she'll close up her dress, and she'll say, uh, hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe the TV programs will be better then.
Yeah, fingers crossed. What's you said wanted to get another one of my companions. Do you know what they look like?
The blonde.
Blonde. Alright. That lipstick makes so much more sense now. Sorry.
Oh. No.
Never mind. Well,
Just-
I guess I'll see you tomorrow then.
I hope so. And she'll give you a squeeze, and she leaves the room.
Surf goes back to watching
The
Days of
frozen
Our
heart of
Lives.
Tin Town.
Romance in 10 Towns.
Do the three of you convene at all?
Presumably.
I think Rip and Legato find Surf.
Yeah.
Surf is tearing up. This one actually is getting to her.
Oh my god! Oh, it's been so long since they're like 2 seasons ahead.
She's all she wants is to be with her loved ones.
Yeah. Anne's in the infirmary.
What?
Yeah.
The
How?
collar buzzes. Guys, come on. The
303
names.
303 is in the infirmary.
Why the fuck is 303 in the infirmary?
She slipped and fell in the shower.
Oh,
pretty
The dangers, I
graceful.
tell you.
Pretty graceful.
Nobody tells you about those dangers of timeshares.
Timeshares.
Fucking Rip starts giggling. Yeah, there's remember the thought process you had earlier when we were asked about?
Yeah, the dumb joke.
Think
Yeah.
of it as a timeshare.
Thinking of it as a timeshare, okay?
Oh, okay.
s- so 301 wanted to talk to us about timeshares when we leave, and was looking for was wondering if we wanted to get in on the timeshare, and
Apparently, it's got a real nice beachfront property
Hmm.
in Luskin.
Oh, in Luskin. What in the world would we do with a timeshare in prison?
well,
It's for when we get out.
yeah, when we
Duh.
leave. But
Yes.
but the problem with that is
Uh,
we would need to get things together, and one of the things was understanding our healthcare. So
Yeah, healthcare.
hmm.
So we, and then Anne
And
slipped.
Anne just got so excited that she
Yep.
slipped in the shower.
Slipped
Yeah.
to go test the healthcare to see how things are, and hopefully Anne has more information that she can gather for us to bring back before dinner to tell 301 if we want to be a part of the timeshare.
Interesting. Well, I actually had an interesting discussion as well. Discussion. Uh, there was a person here who was, I guess, like a witness for like our trial tomorrow. Who was
She
just
was
like,
here.
yeah, how am I? She says she wanted to watch the fantasy channels.
Fair
And
enough.
there was a wild scene that happened in which the main character like tried to like slip a message to like the like
Oh, her secret lover. I
yeah, the
remember
secret
that.
lover. Thank you. And like basically saying to stay strong and like bunker down.
Okay.
For
Interesting.
for how long?
Uh like until like big their big day basically together.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I guess we could either choose to watch this with you to see what the big day's about, or we can go wait for Anne and see if we want to get involved with the
Based on the
timeshare and
timeshare.
skip the show.
Mhm. Yeah, is there a specific time like time limit or like for like
Dinner.
when you have to get the
Dinner.
dinner? Okay.
Dinner, yeah.
How long is Anne supposed to take in the
However long
shower?
Anne takes.
Can like we go visit her?
I mean, sure. Probably have to fight off a couple of plastered guards, but
Yes, that's fine.
Does the infirmary typically allow guests?
Not really, unless it is like an immediate life threatening thing. Like the way that it usually goes is that if someone gets injured, their roommate can go check on them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of it's people aren't really close enough to go and check on each other in the infirmary.
Makes sense.
Wait, you said the person you were sitting with watching this scene was a witness to our case?
Oh no, to 303's case actually. Well, so our case, but side like
specifically 303.
yeah, but specifically 303.
That's just weird. Why would witnesses be down here?
Apparently to watch the fantasy channel.
No, I get that, but like, what if it was not 303 and like points to one of the beefier guys? Like, for them, one would assume the witness wouldn't be safe. It's just weird to me.
Well, I guess
I
if you're
guess she
surrounded by guards, you've got real witness protection on your hands.
Looks at a guard
Boo.
stumbling down on near the other side of the floor.
There is a guard just straight up laying down,
Oh, perfect.
like
He's gonna look at that one.
conscious, but like a guy who's like, "Oh, the ground is so cold. I need to be on the ground right now."
The perfect example. It's like it was meant to be right when I say this.
Mhm.
Again, it just sounds so weird. A witness who could all of a sudden is watching that scene with you and is in the place where all the bad people are.
Hmm.
It sounds weird.
It does. But I guess she has a lot of confidence.
And let's face it, today's not a normal day. Not
Nope.
even remotely.
Not in the slightest.
Well, do we want to sit and watch the show until the big day in the episode, or do we want to wait for Anne to see if she can figure out how the healthcare is for the timeshare?
I mean, okay, so I've got a couple ideas.
Mm-hmm.
Are either of you two good at gambling? Because the other option, remember, was to get like some money together for the timeshare. And while I do hate to cheat guards out of their well-earned pay,
Oh, I'm down for this.
Same. I've been told that I have a knack for gambling. Games of chance.
To clarify, it's 50 gold worth of components are chartling.
oh, okay,
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, 50 gold
awesome.
of. I thought I read it as or.
Yeah, I thought it was like 50
Yeah,
gold. Yeah, okay,
sorry.
no
What
problem. We can still
Did-
cheat guards out of their money though.
Yeah,
was there
yeah,
any specification on what kind of components?
No, he just said 50 gold worth components.
He didn't give us anything.
Then again, that mirror is only so big.
Mm-hmm.
And we could only bullshit so much about timeshare.
I think you guys, I think I forgot to clarify which he would have. He would have been looking for like chalks, inks, 50 gold worth of like components to write with.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Which Anne would have.
Okay.
No. Would we have been able to suggest that to Anne?
I think so. I mean, the big thing with like the shower head and being under it is that you guys could talk freely.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I think that was communicated to Anne. Or not. Jason can decide Anne didn't pick up on that at all. And or she straight up forgot.
Your
She
daughter was
does
like,
have
"We
a
need
concussion
something.
right now.
We need something to sign for the timeshare when we get out."
Oh, that's
Hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
We could check out the library. Presumably there's a library somewhere, but they also don't really allow sharp things, so
Yeah.
Um,
But
e-
I do love reading. So
either
win
way,
is a win.
yeah. Either way, we gotta wait for Anne. So,
Um,
30.
I'll give her like
Shit.
10 minutes and then I'll go down and check on her.
303.
Oh, you know who might be able to help us
303.
with signing some documents?
Who?
Her lawyer.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
I think Archie might be able to get us some like signature equipment.
Probably. Maybe make sure this is like an up and up kind of thing.
I guess we could
Mhm.
ask a god to send him a message to try to have a meeting real quick before the end of the day.
Yeah, see if there's some
Some way we could talk.
mhm.
I
True.
feel like Archie's kind of scared of me, considering how I left our last public defender. So I think this would be a good opportunity for you two to take the lead on that.
Fair enough.
Do we want to just try
Uh,
to convince him or bait and switch?
well, I think we could. Probably a bait and switch.
Hopefully he has enough in there.
Just talk it out and see if.
Be careful though. I don't think as well, depending on the kind of lawyer Archie is, he might love timeshares. Be careful.
Yeah, we're mostly
Oh
just
yes,
talking
I'm
about
definitely going to
writing
tell him about the
utensils.
timeshare. That's a smart idea.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to tell him about the timeshare.
No, we just want to know what kind of writing utensils he has.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess let's go find a guard and see if Archie's still here.
Should be. Probably just upstairs schmoozing with everyone.
We go find a guard that can soberly communicate enough.
To the best of their ability.
Easy enough. So when you find a guard, you go and you're like, "Hey, can we have a meeting with our lawyer, Archibald?"
Yep.
How urgent do you need that meeting?
It's really urgent, actually. I think I've just gotten in a situation, and I just really need to talk to him.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of tugs on his uniform and he seems speaking to his collar. Looks like Archibald can meet with you pretty soon. Temperature check. How much more can we go?
I think 1 a.m. is a good stop point.
Same.
Because then we have time to debrief and talk about the session.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So we will end with Surf and Riptide in they, head up and find themselves in a private, like one of the many dressing rooms with Archibald, who seems pretty excited and happy to see you guys. But we are going to cut over to Anne, who's in the infirmary, laid up. Anne, I am going to give you 3 questions to ask about the room around you with nobody around. I think that when the guards deposited you in the infirmary, they didn't see any blood. They dipped and said the nurse would be in at some point.
Cool.
Whether or not the nurse or doctor is there, so you have 3 questions you can ask me.
Can I ask a general question first?
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Cool. These anti-magic, anti-casting apparatuses. Is it just slotted spells? What is it doing? Is it literally disconnecting you entirely from the weave?
I would say so. That is a really good question. I would say it entirely disconnects you from the weave.
Okay.
I think that I think that Anne would have noted this when they fitted Anne with her collar. They noted some worry about druidic magic.
Mhm.
They expressed concern over rangers, druids, that the collars are definitely fitted more towards slotted magic. They're mostly worried about wizards and sorcerers.
Cool. So if, say, perhaps a person had a lineage that was rooted in weird magic, a feature from that might work.
I would say might.
Okay.
I think one of the things you would need to worry about is that, sound is the trigger for guards.
Not a problem.
So, and I think if it's anything that, I think if you took... It just can't bump against the collar.
It doesn't.
Oh, God.
Jesus Christ.
So, and before she gets to inspecting the room, she's going to listen after the guards dip because they want to go back to their drinks. She's going to take her hand fish a finger into her hair, wind up a single hair, and boink, pull it from her head, and will kind of stretch it between her two fingers, basically like just sort of wrapped around both fingers, and will activate her eerie token. And she's going to utilize remote viewing. If you are within 10 miles of the token, which in this case is the hair, she can see through it. Now, in this particular case, she's not 10 miles from it. She's just using it to actually be able to see, to bypass her blindness for 1 minute. And she will take a look to see what the room looks like.
Okie dokie. Whoopsie.
Quick, everybody read what's on that page.
Yeah. Everyone pause. Read it. Thank you everyone for your patience.
Mm-hmm.
So the room that you're in is triangular shaped. It does not have a large capacity at all.
Mhm.
Most people, when they're being treated, are given like house calls. So this is really, it's like, I would say the same size and kind of functionality as like an appointment room in a classic doctor's office.
Okay.
You have a cot, another cot, like an operating table. There's cabinets that are, as far as you know, unlocked. A basin, like a sink. It's about like, I would say like 15 feet on all sides.
Okay.
Kind of cramped, but not really. That's not an outstanding description. So is there anything specific that you're looking for?
So I think she would be specifically looking at storage areas, or like if there's like an apothecary's chest or whatever, because she's thinking like material components would go in a location all together. So she's thinking like looking at where items of worth could be stored.
I think someone roll me a d20. You can use actual dice.
Can I roll?
Get your kicks in, boy.
11.
Situated on top of the cabinets, just almost out of view, you can see the edges of a chest. Whoever put it up clearly didn't put it up all of the way.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a number between 1 through 10.
Okay.
What is it, Jason?
I'm gonna go with 3.
The chest looks to be made out of wood.
Ooh.
Okay. Anne is going to go ahead and get off the cot and walk over there.
Okay. I want to say the cabinets and the chest, they're probably like a good, like the chest is like a good 10 feet in up.
Are there counters?
Yeah.
Okay. She is going to get on top of the counters and basically climb this, for lack of a better, to get to it. Stand, get up onto the counter, stand on the counter, and then hopefully be able to reach up and reach the chest.
What are you prioritizing? Being quiet or maintaining balance?
Probably being quiet. No, I'm gonna say maintaining balance actually, because she has a plan for if somebody rushes into the room. So I'm gonna say maintaining balance.
Go ahead and roll me acrobatics as you're kind of navigating the tight, smooth space.
Sure. -1. Let's go. 14.
Not disadvantage though.
Not disadvantage. That's true.
Are you purposely hiding the rolls? Just questioning.
Oh, sorry. That was to self. But
Okay.
I should no longer be doing that.
No,
But
I
it
was
was
just wondering. Didn't know if that was on purpose.
We want to see the rolls, Jason.
I'm sorry.
I think you're more than able to keep yourself up. I think like some of your arms and legs are kind of hitting the cabinets as you're climbing up, but nothing like loud, and you didn't fall.
Sweet. I will pull down the chest if I'm able.
Yeah, I think you're more than able, and I assume you're checking the contents of the chest.
Yes.
Okay. Inside, I think you see quite a lot of materials to make healer's kit. You see a fair mix of component bags. I think there's like a very small, like pocket-sized book, like leather, mini notebook with like writings inside of it. Nothing that immediately jumps out to you is like the ringer of what you're looking for. Are you proficient in Arcana?
I am proficient in Arcana. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Then I think you're pretty quickly able to pick together a good amount of the components you need. It's not 50 gold's worth, though.
God damn it. Okay.
And as you're pilfering through the chest, you already know what's going to happen. You're not going to make a clean break from this.
Mm-hmm.
The doorknob jiggles, and someone opens the door. And that's where we're going to leave tonight's session.
Hey.
That's so funny because Anne's plan, we've all seen it before. She's just gonna hurl herself off of these counters onto the ground. It fell on me. Ow.
I was wandering around.
So
Like you do after you're, like you're supposed to do after you get a concussion.
Yep.
Exactly, yeah.
All right.
All right, party people. We hope those who checked in enjoyed the first episode.
The very
Dear
first
Lord,
There's a lot
one of
happening.
many.
there are so many moving cogs.
There's already so many fucking moving cogs.
All right. See you guys next week.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.